What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for April 24th, 2021. So, we have a new image, which we're going to go over real quick, kind of teasing what the brand new treasure adventure is going to be, the new game mode that we're going to have next week. It has a lot of similarities to other games that DH Games has created. So, we're going to go over them and we're going to kind of talk about what they are and how they work and see if it's something that's going to be similar with replayability and actual in-depth gameplay, or just like a one and done attached to gems resource. So let's jump right into it. Let's first take a look at the image, and then we'll jump into some of DH Games' other games that have very, very similar game modes. So first off, this is what we are looking at right here. It's kind of like a, it looks like you kind of start with the sword flash up in the middle. You then have potential to move spaces around the map, and they're different squares. My guess is you're going to take pickaxes and break the different stones everywhere. Some of them might have enemies, some of them might have loot, rewards. Kind of up in the air what it is. The only thing we've been told is nice to meet you, the brand new weekly event. You will get more details next week. Plus, we also have a spoiler. We'll go over that towards the end. It might be a brand new monster coming this week. It looks like a little mermaid fin, a fish fin, something like that. So we might be getting something like that as well. But as far as this event goes, we don't have a ton of information. The only other bit of information that we do have so far is literally in the event preview. The mysterious sky labyrinth has appeared in the sky of the City of Light. Use your silver pickaxe to explore it and find the treasures hidden in the depths of the labyrinth for great rewards. It makes it sound like it's multiple levels. You know what else has multiple levels? Well, there's game mode and Ode to Heroes it does. And in the brand new Heroic Expedition game, all of them made by DH Games. So first off, let's first jump over to Heroic Expedition, and I'll show you what it's like, and then we're going to jump over to Ode to Heroes because it's very, very similar. So of course, first things first, let's jump into the game mode in Heroic Expedition that sounds very similar, and that is going to be the Ruins, Minas Ruins, and you will notice here when we get to it, there are a very similar style where there's very, very many squares, and you actually click on them and have things happen. You'll have things like that are traps that lower your team's power. There's a bunch of different stuff. There's enemies on the map. There's also more traps. I hope I can find some other good stuff. There's rewards. So just by clicking around, you get gear for your heroes, which is pretty cool as well. You do have other things like spring waters. It allows you to heal up. And essentially what the goal here is to get to find the boss of every single floor. When you find the boss of every floor, then you get to progress to the next level, which of course you can get more rewards and more things like that, which is pretty cool. But besides that, it's very, very interesting game style. I'll say that much. You notice you go into the combat, you're going to do, at least in this game, it's 5-on-5 combat. I imagine Idle Heroes, it might be like 6-on-6 combat. That is if there's even battles to be had. But you'll notice in this game mode, you'll go through, you can beat the levels, you get resources and rewards for each one of them. If you have heroes die, like you see here, we have some death. There's some altars that lets you heal up, revive a hero, and then other things to let you heal up. And again, the whole point of this is to continue going around. There's even shops that sell things like gear and a resource that you use in this game mode. And you just keep progressing. You go on, you get loot, you get some cool stuff. If you have to do battles, you do battles. You can only have 3 nodes explored at a time. So you'll notice as soon as you come to that last one here, you're kind of stuck. And then you, of course, have to jump in, have another battle. You keep going, so on and so forth. The one thing with this game mode in Heroic Expedition is it does have a level cap on it. So as you see, I am on floor level 93. Well, you'll notice there's only 100 floors. I'm almost there. Very close in this game. If you guys have not realized either, we have a second channel, Barry Gaming 2. Go to that channel, hit that subscribe button, and check out the other DH games that we play, including this one and Ode to Heroes, which we're going to jump to next. Once you get to 100, you're pretty much capped out. It's kind of like Tower in Idle Heroes, or Aspen done like that same method where it's like once you hit that cap floor, you're kind of saved to that floor. Every day you get to save. Like if I don't complete floor 93 here, tomorrow I'm still on floor 93. Every single floor is a save point, so on and so forth. And then you just keep on going and you try to find the boss, beat the boss, and proceed to the next level. It's pretty fun. There's even a store attached to it where you can buy gear with the currency that you get from winning battles. I've got a lot there, so I can buy a lot of 7-star gear, which is really, really cool. And of course, you do get to see the rewards for every floor as well. So if it's very, very similar to this, might be a lot of combat involved, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like that's something the weekly event might have. Let's jump on over to Ode to Heroes so you guys can check that one out as well. So next up, of course, we have Ode to Heroes. So this one is a little bit different than the one in Heroic Expedition. It does show you a couple different things. You actually have a hero here that helps you out potentially depending on the spaces. And of course, this is where your final goal is. You're trying to get to a spot and you can only move in tiles that are lit up. Now, this one seems a lot like the image that we have with Sword Flash where it has 3 tiles lit up that you can move around in. The goal here is to move around, collect resources. You can get attacked by the enemies on the board, but you can move around, grab stuff. You can find different things like books where you consumes 10% of HP of the 4 heroes with the highest HP and grants 1 clever plan. There's a bunch of different things. Clever plans are essentially buffs that you get to pick after every fight, which is pretty cool. But the goal here is to essentially find the key to open this door. And you'll notice every time we are moving a spot, we're actually taking damage as well. And yes, it does add up very, very quickly. As you can see, you can even get resources like gold and coins, things like that. Ultimately, you kind of want to be fighting these guys and not doing what I'm doing here. You kind of want to do the same thing that we do in Heroic Expedition. Now, pardon the black bars. I have the wrong resolution set up for this UI in my BlueStacks, but it's very similar where the combat is very similar in Ode to Heroes as Idle Heroes, almost identical, honestly. But yeah, you can go along there, you can fight your way, but you can only fight them so long as you have the spot opened up. And once you have it opened up, you can jump into the battle here. You can fight again, go through it, have your fun, and keep progressing. Now in this one, I believe the max level is 60 compared to Heroic Expedition, where the levels go up to 100. And it is much, much more difficult in this game as well. So now that we took care of them, as we move around, we're not actually going to be taking any damage. Ooh, we found an enemy. We fight them? I think we should fight them too. Just clear it out. We should be able to skip it though, right? Yeah, we got the victory there. But your team does get hurt. There we go. We found the key. So as you see, we're on stage 31. We unlock that. We can now either decide to clear the rest of the tiles or go to the next level. If you go to the next level and so on and so forth, this is what happens. You keep progressing and again, you keep fighting. Oh, I guess they added a skip button there too. But again, you notice my team is getting hurt more and more. It's a gamble. Look at that. We found the key right off the bat, which is cool. And now we can go right into the next floor. It is pretty nice. There are things like shops here where you can spend your resources, your gems on different buffs for your team, which is kind of cool. All different stuff like that. And of course, there are these things here that give you buffs as well at the sacrifice of your health. So pretty cool. It's in both games. Wouldn't surprise me if this game mode is just like it in Idle Heroes. So let me know what you guys think. Honestly, this image file here for the new mode looks a lot like the Ode to Heroes version where you can move based on your spots. Whereas in Heroic Expedition, you can kind of click anywhere you want. There's no path that you're creating. So if it's very similar to that, that could be a really cool event where we actually have some gameplay in it. There is a smash functionality in Ode to Heroes too, so if you don't want to go through and do all the levels that you've cleared before, you can. Granted, this one might be different. It's kind of cool that it is a limited event. It's not just there all the time like in the other two games, so we'll have to see how it is. Let me know what you guys think. Which one do you think it's going to be like, or do you think it's going to be something completely different? I mean, chances are if they've already done 2 other games, they're probably going to do it in their main game too, but hey, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get more information on Tuesday. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.